party up in studio. All right, it's a party up in studio. We are doing pajama day. Hashtag wear your pajamas to work, man. That's what we're doing on Keith and Gessie Radio. Otherwise, you are tuned in to a Tech Tuesday on the Jump Off. My name's Quarks, man, and I'm doing the damn thing until 12 o'clock. Right now, we are supposed to be talking to Brian. We're waiting for him to enter the studio. And what we're going to do is we are exploring, of course, and unpacking the new Volvo EX30. It is an electric car. Because it is Tech Tuesday, we got to kind of, jump into it. Yo, there's been rumors swirling around, about Elon Musk, a lot about Elon Musk, in fact, and his electric car business. But that will be news for another day. But yeah, we are right now in search of Brian, the car guy. Brian is going to let us know. So, what happened last week? Let me just quickly give you a backstory. What happened last week is our producer here went ahead and went to Volvo to go and speak to a meet up, in fact, with Brian, and just basically let's try and get Brian in here because he's just arrived. He's just arrived. Hey, Brian.
Hey, how are you?
Fine, thanks. How are you?
Thank you. I've just arrived. I've just arrived.
Brian in the hizzy. Brian, the car guy, is here. We're going to be unpacking the Volvo EX30. It's an electric vehicle. First in East London for me. I'm not sure about
hmm
you, Brian, because you're most the car guy. You'll let us know. But it is a tech Tuesday on the jump off. So hence we are exploring the world of EVs or electric vehicles. Brian, my name's
Yeah.
Quax. What's up? How are you?
I'm good, thanks. And you? How are you?
Ah, nah, chill vibes, eh? Just vibes. Look, we're wearing PJs today. It's hashtag wear your PJs to work, so don't judge me on my PJs. In fact, Brian, we are one of us very ones. Senzo kanchonga, Brian. Kanchonga,
You
Brian.
you're good. You're comfortable.
I'm comfy, man. Tonight no
Nah,
pillow, Brian. Tonight no
you're
pillow,
living
not
you're
like
living a lot of
before.
our
I'm
lives. Ah, you're good.
but
You're
mate,
nice.
yeah. Listen, let's quickly jump in quickly and talk about your trip that you made to Volvo last week, Friday. Did you have
Mhm.
any expectations walking in? Are you experienced to electric vehicles? Do you have anything in mind? You're like, okay, I'm gonna walk into this, and did the experience kind of blow your mind? Talk to us.
Yeah. So a lot of us, when you think electric vehicles, we think this futuristic looking car, with slim doors and just robotic looking features. But the Volvo EX30 is actually a really still good looking car.
Mm,
And as much as
mm,
it's Volvo, it still remains quite very intriguing. It's very appeasing. I think also
yeah.
Butler would tell you, the manager, that yeah, we had a good time. We had a really good time. So
Yeah.
expectations were here, and it really did keep up to expectations.
Lovely. What are some of the key features and specifications of the Volvo EX30 that are available in South Africa?
Okay, so the EX30 is a very highly spec'd vehicle, yes, and it
Uh-huh.
still delivers all the luxury that you would expect in a Volvo. Because if you think Volvo, a lot of the people who drive Volvos, are like a certain key element of people. So it still does
Sure.
keep the features in that. So the first thing you notice when you get in a car is the frameless panoramic sunroof. So it covers the whole roof line of the car. So you can just like look up and all you see is clouds or the stars at night.
Mm,
And then
mm.
another one of the features are it has a sound right in front of the dashboard, and the sound system is amazing. We ended up even having a jam on the test drive, just bumping up the music. So that was really something. And yeah, I just think it in its makeup, it's a very dazzling car because a lot of the materials as well that is used is recyclable materials. So like your aluminum,
Sure.
your plastic, and everything. So yeah, it was really nice. But I think a lot of the more of the features which I'm not probably going to miss out on, you can always find
Yeah.
on the website.
Can you do me a favor, Brian? I'm battling to, like, you keep on cutting in and out. When you
Mhm.
talk to me, can you talk in one direction? Because umane uvakala then putting avakal, you know?
All right, I got you,
I
got
know,
you. I'll just
I
try
know.
and be
Look,
less
look,
expressive
look.
with my hands. And
Jonga, I'm someone that talks with, like, I like talking with my hands. So this is me, like, on a daily. So I understand, Lando, like, you trying to explain, and you, like, you're moving your head, and but I'm
mm.
having difficulty in terms of hearing a lot of the things that you say. So try, and when you speak, just direct into one kind of direction. All right.
All right, got you.
All right, cool. Um, Second question that I want to ask you: can you provide any information just about the range and the battery capacity? Because look, we understand that electric vehicles need to be charged, therefore they run on battery.
Yeah.
So what are we looking at here?
All right, when you think electric vehicle, I think range anxiety is what gets a lot of people to actually
Yeah,
question, are we really ready as South Africans to purchase EVs? But it's also quite
sure.
intriguing that in the last few years that EVs have been in the market, the range has pretty dramatically increased. And the EX30 has, I think, one of the highest ranges for a single charge, okay?
Mm.
So if you get the single motor extended, yeah, that will give you a range of about 480 kilometers, which is quite the distance. You know what I mean? So a lot of
Where are we
guys will find
traveling
that
to?
quite
Where are we
dramatic to be
traveling to?
like,
I'm just trying to picture
okay,
in my
so
mind where are we traveling to? East London, from East London, Siapi.
you can do East London to PE and possibly back
Okay.
comfortably. Yeah,
Oh,
and possibly back.
nice.
So that's
Okay.
pretty nice. Yeah.
Sure. And you know what I like about that as well is the fact that, like, just thinking about, in the long run, would you say it's
Mm-hmm.
cheaper to get an electric car than thinking of petrols and what? Because obviously petrol prices also hiking up, and wouldn't it be cheaper just getting an electric car?
It's quite funny you ask because, for instance, let's say at your house you have a solar power setup, okay,
Sure.
on like your
Sure.
roof lining, and all you do is you get home, you plug in your car. Let's say you get the not the fast charging, which is a much more detailed electric, but you just get a simple charger for your house. You plug it in, you get home, you charge it. 8 hours later, it's fully charged, and then maybe overnight, it's fine. Next morning, the sun comes up, it powers up your battery. So you probably would not spend a single cent just by having that sort of installation. So it would be definitely cheaper. And I think they've also gone to say it saves you about 60% more than having an internal combustion engine car.
Hectic. Tell me something. Speaking of charging and stuff, do they have stations that are available? Mastering and Montingo, because we're in East London. Do we have like a
Mm-hmm.
charging station? So let's say I ride out, and halfway through I didn't charge my battery at night or whatever the case may
Mm-hmm.
be, and now I need to obviously charge. Are there places around East London that are currently, as we speak, that are available to charge electric cars?
Yes, currently I know of one at Vincent Park, which is a dual charging station, which can charge two cars at a time. And then there is another one as well at the Jaguar workshop in Arcadia, which also
Mm.
can be used for charging. But I think that's not open to the public, but more or less to clients and customers who already have maybe the EX30 or they have a Jaguar F Pace. So yes, they are.
Oh, okay.
But over the
All
next
right.
year or so, they're planning on possibly doubling the quantity of charging stations nationwide to about
Mm.
500. So I think it also applies to the case where if you seek something, you will find it. So most of us have probably driven past a charging station and didn't even know that it was an electric
Yeah.
vehicle charging station. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Right.
Brian, can you tell me what the warranty coverage and maintenance schedule for these electric cars are? Because we know, for normal cars, you'd have to go in after a certain of time just to go check by your window is aligning.
Yes, yes. For instance, for fuel vehicles, the service intervals are normally 10,000 or 15,000 kilometers. Okay, so for instance, for the EX30, you get a full 5 year or 100,000 kilometer service plan and warranty, which really means now that there's actually no maintenance cost or service cost to you as the buyer. So Volvo takes
Mm.
care of everything that has to do with your car. So that's one of the things why, like, I'd really consider for people, like, if you really look for an electric vehicle, maybe the EX30 is the one.
Is the way to go, mate. All right, I can hear you. I can hear you. I
Hey,
can hear
hey.
you. I can get behind that. Can you explain for us? Because I know that
Mhm.
yeah, we can talk about electric cars. I mean, we've heard self-driven cars, crashing. We've heard of things like that, right? Can you just explain the safety
Yes,
features
yes.
and the crash stats and the ratings of these electric vehicles, of this particular
All right,
one?
for the electric vehicle, okay, I'm just gonna be specific to the Volvo EX30 because that's what we
Sure.
test drive. Yes. So
Yeah,
Volvo
yeah,
has
yeah.
always been known as a pretty safe car. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it doesn't just apply to fuel vehicles. I think also the EX30, it being electrical, doesn't take away any safety feature. You still get your airbags, you still get reinforced steel and braces and pillars. So as with all Volvo, I think safety just comes standard, and you receive all the standard safety features that are on the market. There's actually quite a lot. For instance, one that we experienced is we had stopped in Vincent. Okay, pretty
Hmm.
busy street. So one of the features are that if there's somebody walking by, or maybe cycling, or maybe there's a car, the car actually senses your environment and doesn't allow you to open the door until it says it's safe enough for you to do so. So it's pretty
Impressive.
advanced, pretty advanced.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I love that. All right.
Hey,
Let's quickly jump into money because we know money talks, right? Um, are there any
okay, okay.
financing options for leasing programs available for purchasing these electric cars? What's the process here? Because as much as we're going to get and buy electric cars, like what's happening with
Mhm.
insurance and things like that?
Sorry about that. I do know Volvo has a versatility finance plan, okay,
Okay.
which is able to actually structure a finance tool for you. So application for a EV vehicle, electric vehicle, is more or less the same as buying any car off the market, okay.
Mm.
So the only difference with
Yeah.
with the versatile finance is it's just specifically tailored to your budget, to your expenditure, and things like
Sure.
that. So it's still
Sure.
available to everyone. And also, like the starting price, I think we were surprised it's at 775,000 rand. Because when you think
Okay.
electric vehicle, you're thinking maybe this car's like a million or five or whatever. But
Yeah.
it's a good starting price compared to other cars in the same category.
Sure. Tell me
Yeah.
something. What kind of after sale support and customer services can buyers expect from Volvo, for example?
I think we just mentioned, like for instance, with regards to the maintenance plan and service plan. So VAR was always willing to come out and help. I think also the X30 has a feature which is called SOS, or Volvo
Okay.
on Call, which offers 24 hours, 7 day a week roadside assistance. So yeah, I think also the Volvo Parts and Service department also does offer full support to all Volvo owners. So that's something to be
Okay.
excited about as a car owner. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Let's quickly, Brian, let's talk about, because I know, some people, especially people that travel a lot, is spare parts, are we having a tire at the back like normal cars? What's happening there? Let's talk about the spare parts and can you provide information about that?
Yeah, I think it really also ties in with the service and maintenance plan. Yes. So I think
Yeah.
this actually now covers all servicing costs and also supply of spare parts, because now you as the owner of the car, you don't have to worry and go and think, oh man, where do I get this? How long is it gonna take? Volvo fully
Mm.
takes responsibility for that. department. So
Mm,
you as the driver, you don't really have to think about the risks involved with that.
mm, mm. Awesome. Look, I saw the video. I don't know if you saw the video that we have on Facebook, that we were, showing people what you guys were getting up to last week Friday when you were at Volvo and
Mm-hmm.
test driving the car. But
Bravo.
I want to know the ride and the feel of it. Like, how did it feel to like be inside? Does it feel different from being in a normal car? Does an electric car feel better?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I think one of the most noticeable things is, when you're getting in a car and you put it on drive, you expect to feel the gear changes, or you
Sure.
anticipate when you're speeding and you're accelerating. Let me write this: accelerate. When you're accelerating and you feel through the different gear changes. But for the EV, the electric vehicle, there's no gear change feel. The car just glides along just like that.
Hmm.
You know. So it was a really different experience. I also mentioned that it's quite something that you have to really get used to, before anything. Yeah, and then
Okay.
as a passenger as well, you don't even feel like you're in a car. It's just
Yeah.
so smooth.
You're just
There's
gliding.
no engine noise. You're just gliding. Yeah.
Lovely. I love it. Can you please just tell me that when it comes to specific regulations, are there any when you are owning or operating electric vehicles in South Africa? Are there any requirements?
Uh, there's really no difference with regards to electric vehicles and normal combustion vehicles. All the road rules still apply. All the safety standards
Mm,
still apply. So there's really no difference at all.
yeah. Okay. And can you just discuss the environmental impact and sustainability factors that are associated, of course, with electric cars? Because that's the world that we're in right now, right? We're trying to save the
Mm-hmm,
world.
mm-hmm.
So what are some of the factors that you can discuss with us?
Okay, well, one of the amazing things we found out is that Volvo was actually on a plan to be carbon neutral by the year 2040. So that means all the
Okay.
cars that we producing, or all the factories that will produce in these cars, will literally emit none to zero carbon emissions. Yes. So, for instance, with the EX30, they actually managed to achieve a milestone in this sense because the car in itself is exceptionally low in CO2 footprint. Okay. How? They're using recycled material, as you mentioned, recycled plastic, recycled aluminiums, and you'll find this throughout the whole car in its design and in its construction. So that's one of the aims, or to be more environmentally friendly as a brand.
Yeah. Oh man. I'm so sad I missed it. I'm so sad like I wasn't there to experience the whole, like it looked like you guys were having a good time. It was a vibe. I mean, and I'm talking like you people don't even know like the videos, like all of the videos. They only have like a snippet of the reel that we posted on our Facebook.
No,
But
no, no,
overall,
don't worry
what
about
would
that.
you
Don't worry about that.
sorry?
I, I'm saying don't worry about missing it out because actually up there's actually more models that are upcoming. All right, and it's not the end of EVs. I think it's gonna be consistently evolving, and we should actually anticipate more models and definitely come right along.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, speaking of models and things, was this your first time in an electric vehicle, or you've been in one before?
I've been in a different brand. I don't want to mention names. Okay.
Okay.
But with regards to technology and range, I feel like the Volvo EX30 is quite a bit advanced. It's quite a bit advanced.
Mm, mm. And lastly, before I let you go, Brian, can you please tell the listeners of the jump off, just how you feel that the world is moving? Are we ready as South Africans to be purchasing electric vehicles? Do you think our economy is ready for it? Do you think our people are ready for it? And also just explain the whole, do you just go there and be like, yo, I want that EX. Do you have to order it? How does it work?
All right. EV is the most, more or less, a milestone in technological advancement, and it's the direction that every part of the world is moving towards. Yes, I understand as South Africans, our main concern is: are we really ready because of load shedding? As
Mm,
an example, what
mm,
happens when I have to charge my car and I have load shedding for 3, 4, 5 hours? Am I still going to be able to go to
mm.
work? Am I still going to be able to do my errands? But we're just hoping in the near future that the government does make initiatives, yes, to have more power generation. We do know that there are a lot of foreign investors who are pouring into. I think we even have one of the biggest solar fields in sub-Saharan Africa, or just below the equator. So yeah, initiatives are being made slowly but surely. And I just hope that all of us will move in that direction to be much more environmentally friendly. Okay. And for instance, for the EX30, it being such a high demand car because of all the features it offers, because of the range, as we just mentioned. I mean, 500
Yeah.
Ks on a single charge is quite a lot. So for that car, you would have to actually order, and then they deliver obviously according to the list due to the demand.
And how long does that take, do you think? More or less.
It takes about, so this is April. So let's say you order in April, you receive it probably by end of October or yeah, November. So end of the year, probably 6, 8 months.
Okay. Okay. Are
Yeah,
there
yeah.
any you know how when you get a new car, or when you go buy a new car, you can say, yeah, no, I want my seats this leather, or I want, can you do that with the EX30?
Yes, it does come with quite a variety of spec. Yes, it has different spec interiors or different classes. Okay, so you have your core, I believe that's your cheapest, and then you have your ultra. I think that's the one that we tested, which is a bit more spec. It's panoramic sunroof and heated steering wheel, 360-degree camera, and then there's another one which is yet to be released called the Cross, which actually now allows you to be more rugged. So you can take that one now to the bundus and just more for outdoor experiments and like
Yeah.
experiment. So yeah, so you
Yeah.
can actually spec it to how you like, and also according to how much you're willing to spend.
Cool. Yo, Brian, it's been so awesome hanging out with you. I think we need to do this again, mate. I think we need to do this again. Just unpacking, because I think Tech Tuesday is made. Or was created for people to understand the world of tech. I think as South Africans generally, we
Mhm.
are scared of technology and the ever changing growth of it. And I think the more we talk about it and talk about the things that are happening in the world of technology, the better equipped we'll be in accepting what is happening, and we'll be able to empower ourselves as well as we move forward into that world. So I want to thank you so much for hanging out and unpacking this with me. It's been awesome. Hopefully we'll do this again. Yo, Brian, you owe me a call, bruh, for real. Like, if there's
Hey,
another
hey,
one,
hey,
you just be like,
hey.
Quags, let's do this.
Certainly, thank you. It's been an honor. I really appreciate it. I hope I shared knowledge, and somebody's might just consider getting an EX30. Hey.
Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. Yeah, Brian, thank you so much. It's been awesome. Do enjoy the rest of your day. Wear your pajamas, fam. Wear your pajamas, fam.
I gotta go get a onesie.
Go get a onesie. Go get a onesie
Yeah.
and wear pajamas. Otherwise, thank you for hanging out. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, man, that was Brian, the car guy. That's what we call him here in the studio. I don't know. How do you feel about that nickname, by the way?
Brian the car guy. I'll have to adjust to it, but it's okay. It's okay. So yeah, yeah. So do find content on the ride with Under. I guess that's where now we'll talk about more cars.
All right. Listen, Brian, in terms of social media, where can people catch you if they want more information just about your reviews and things?
Okay, currently on YouTube, we are called The Ride with Under. Okay. On
Okay.
Instagram, also Ride with Under, and also Breezy East London. One word.
Yeah, we need to talk about this breezy thing real quick before you go. What's the chat?
Man, the weather. No, I'm kidding. It's just a nickname for Brian.
Uthini, Brian?
Hey, Andy did. Hey,
Breezy. Hey. All right. Otherwise, thanks, man. Enjoy the rest of your day. It's been
yes.
awesome. It's just gone 36 minutes after the hour of 10 o'clock. You locked in, tuned into the station of the gods. It's Keith and Casey Radio, radio according to you. I was hanging out with Brian and we were unpacking the EX30. And man, oh man, did I find out so much information. Look, we're going to go into the gist of things and end this. We're going to get into some music right now, and I will let you know, of course.